Khushboo presents Cooking with Tao.
Good morning. We are demonstrating how to knead flour. We are using the stone ground whole wheat flour. The whole wheat flour is an ambiguous word. Anything that comes out whole wheat is whole wheat flour, whether it is the stone ground or it is all purpose. But the process of milling is different. Whole wheat flour, the wheat germ, wheat bran is not removed, wheat is not bleached, and along with everything it is grind. So the wheat germ, wheat bran gets embedded into it. Wheat, the all-purpose flour, you bleach the flour first, and then in the process of milling, you remove the wheat germ and wheat bran, and that has more gluten in it. For certain items like Indian samosas, pastries, you need the all-purpose flour. But you can use the stone ground flour also for that purpose. So we are using the all-purpose flour. You can use it for making the normal Indian chapati, paratha, or the puffed puris. So I will show how to knead the flour. We took the desired amount of flour that we need to use. I took the amount of flour that is needed in a bowl. Now to that you can add a pinch of salt, that is optional. You can add any kind of a spice, like if you are making the deep fried, you can use the bishop's beads. That gives a very nice flavor, as well as it helps in the process of digestion, but that's optional. So you mix this. You don't need to add the oil to it because you don't need shortening in it. So you take the water in small portions and keep on. First you have to gather the flour. You are gathering the flour. The flour is being gathered. But for certain items you need to gather the flour alone and don't need to work out. You see the texture that it is being gathered. The process of gathering. Now all the flour is kneaded and has been gathered. This flour is gathered now. Now for certain dishes we just gather the flour and allow it to prove. But for Indian items you need to work this out. So this is here just gathered flour. Then you need to work. So for working you need to use the knuckles. You are using the knuckles. So this here helps in also the problem of gout or any pain in the joints. It helps. It is an exercise for that. So you are using and then you will see the texture of it will totally different change. So the more the flour you are gathering it like this, you can take it out on the flat surface and you start with the end of the palm. The more you work, the more it gets smoother, the more you will see the texture is changing completely. You can use the knuckles as well as you can keep on doing it. So it is two way it is good. Number one, whatever you are giving it to your body, that is stone ground whole wheat flour with wheat germ and wheat bran in it, and then you are working on your knuckles. So the movement of the knuckles, it helps in the, now you see the texture is totally different when it was gathered, simply gathered. Now the more you work, I will leave this to rest for about 10 minutes. Like when this is here, you are massaging the body, and when you massage the body, it is similar process, and then you allow the muscles to rest. So muscles get relaxed. Now this flour will get relaxed. You look at the shape. Then we will work on it. Look at the shape. It is completely smooth, much better than when we had gathered. So you can rest it, allow in the bowl. You can cover it with the moist cloth, or you can smear a few drops of, drizzle a few drops of oil so that the top surface does not get crushed, and you just have it available. Rest this flour can be used for different purposes, making the chapati, making the stuffed paratha, making the layered paratha, plain paratha, or anything that you want to do. And we can make the puffed puri, stuffed puri, Indian, like the shape like what we use bhatura. So after this here, this is the first part of the video where we have shown how to knead the flour. The next one, we will show how to use this flour, this dough that we had. Now it is not no more flour, it is a dough, a complete smooth dough. This dough we will use to make the deep fried puri. There is a difference between deep fried puri and the parathas. It is generally understood that when you are deep frying, more oil is needed. It is not. When you are making, instead of that paratha, it absorbs more oil than it is deep fried. So only this much for this video. Hope this is of benefit to you. We will have certain series of these the videos where we will show how to use the liquid gluten-free flour, how to knead the gluten-free flour. Use this to make the flat bread, because when it is gluten-free, you cannot roll it. And then how to do it, so we can use the liquid dough as well as we can use the other techniques. So this I will show in the subsequent videos. So after this dough is ready, we will use this to make deep fried Indian puris. So until then, bye, until we meet again for continuation of the second part of this video, when we are going to deep fry and how the pot is to be, and we do other things. So only this much for this video. Wait for the next one, which is coming up soon.